Hey, what's up guys? Coach Mac, Play Fast Football. All right, today I'm going to do a little video about how in the off season you can use your time to teach the drills that you want to run and perfect the drills that you want to run before we get kind of head first into all the techniques. Sometimes we jump out there too early and we're so worried about the individual technique of the drill that we never really teach the drill how we want it, and then you end up wasting tons of time. So I'm just going to go through a couple different drills. They could be anything, and show you how you can use your time to teach those drills. Remember to check out some of our partners. Dome hats, this is my most recent orange park hat from Dome, completely customizable. Change the stitching, eyelet color, the button on the top, snapback, Velcro, fitted. All right, they make unbelievable custom hats. You can completely customize your own hat. Go online, check out their online hat builder. Every hat has a story. Make sure you use Dome to tell the story of your hat. Baker Sporting Goods company we use for our players' gear, our coaches' gear, our uniforms are distributed by them. We use their online team store when we want to post items for fans or coaches or teachers. So make sure you check out Baker Sporting Goods. Just Play Football, drawing diagram tool that I use, but it's also a more powerful presentation, digital software taking your program to the next level. All right, you can use it to quiz your players, educate your players, so it's a lot more than a playbook tool, and it's a lot more than a play drawing tool, but I love it. It's my favorite play drawing tool. GameStrat sideline replay system we use. If you're looking for a highly reliable, highly affordable sideline replay system, check out GameStrat, customer friendly. We've never had an issue with their stuff. It's phenomenal, and they're phenomenal. Make sure you check them out. DifferenceUSA, the ultimate striking machine. We have one that we use in the off season as soon as we get our racks bolted down into the ground. Work on elbows in, thumbs up, how to strike, where your eyes go. You can do it coming out of a stance. You can do different drills for different positions. The coils and the tensions changed so that you could put different coils in there to make it tougher to lev the pad in as your kids get stronger. So make sure you check out DifferenceUSA. HighandTight ball security training aid has each panel has a sensor in it. You have to hold the ball in the right spot with the right points of pressure. If you're not applying the proper pressure and all the right points, you do not hear the beep. If you do not hear the beep, you're holding the ball incorrectly. When you do it correctly, you hear the beep. All right, so why not have a training aid that gives you that instant auditory feedback? Make sure you check out HighandTight. You hear us getting better. And then a new product I'm going to be working with a little bit with some of my younger kids when they get here from junior high, and then when we start camp, it's called StandPerfect. It's basically kind of like horseshoes that you put on the ground that are made to stay in the ground. They've got rungs on the bottom that when you put them in the ground, they're not going to move, they're not going to go anywhere. What you do is you put them where you want the stances, whether it's O-line stances, D-line stances, wide receiver stances, safety stances. If you've got a stance that involves some type of width that you want and some type of stagger that you want, you can set the stance up, or each coach can set the stance up where he wants it. And now when you set up 5 or 6 of them in a row, you could be repping things early in camp, or we could be teaching our new junior high kids coming up how to get in a receiver stance. And when I put those down, they're where I want them, and they're exactly how I want them. I don't have to take the kid's front or back leg and tap it and say, hey, move this one in 2 inches, this one up 2 inches, this one out 4 inches. You just put them down on the ground exactly where you want them, in the stance you want. Kids roll through drills. You can use them for baseball, you can use them for golf. Anything that involves a stance, you can use these, so check out StandPerfect. All right, so we just started some of our off-season stuff, allowed to get on the field now that we are registered with a third-party company through the state, so we're allowed to get on the field and do some drills with our guys. So we go out to do the drills the other day, and the first thing that comes to my mind as a head coach is everybody wants to jump out and do the drills right away. So I open up with a pat and go drill, all right? And this is with guys that have played for me before, but we forget sometimes that guys get too involved with what's going on and not the actual teaching of the drill. So if we're doing pat and go, we've got a QB on each side, right? We've got wide receivers on each side. First thing we've got to talk about is we've got to be able to talk about, and we got to tell them, all right, what's the speed of the receiver coming out to run that fade route or that warm-up route? It's an opening drill. It's a warm-up drill. How fast do we want him going? What type of ball am I looking for from the QB? It's a warm-up drill for him. How far do we want it thrown? What's the exact number? What's the precise number? After this kid goes, all right, he's then going to jog the ball in. He's not going to throw it anywhere. He's not going to throw it to a coach or anybody else. He's going to jog it in, and whether it's a coach there or the quarterback, he is going to place the ball either at the quarterback's feet, not behind him, never behind him, to the side of him, or he's going to hand the ball to a coach, okay, and then he is going to go to the end of the other line. This group is doing the same thing, so whatever speed and tempo you're working at, however far you want the QB to throw that ball, when that drill ends, whether it's caught or not, all right, that receiver now has to come behind jog in this way, and present the ball to somebody. Little things, everybody's done pat and go, right? I know everybody understands that. I know it's not a great big deal, but if you don't teach exactly what you want from the speed, where you want to throw, finish the drill and jog the ball in, go around the quarterback, don't put a ball behind the quarterback, don't run behind the quarterback while he's taking any type of drop, whether it's a one-step drop or whatever he's doing. Quarterbacks, don't just stand there and warm up. Punch one, use your mechanics, pat the ball like you're getting a snap. If you have a coach or a player that can snap to him, snap to him. Pat the ball, punch, one, mechanics of the type of throw that I'm making. Then you can get into coaching the mechanics of the throw, the shoulders, the feet, the trajectory, the angle. Then you can get into receivers looking balls in, high pointing balls. If you just go into the drill and right away you're talking about the types of throws and all the things that the receivers are doing, you lose out on the fact of how you need to teach the drill so the drill gets sloppy. And there's nothing worse than going into spring ball, all right, or somewhere. When coaches assume that everybody knows how to do drills, so when we say pat and go, they assume everybody knows how to do it. Teach your drill first. Get your drill to run exactly how you want it so that when practices come or the season comes, you don't waste time getting all upset going, stop the drill. How do you not know how to do pat and go? This isn't the first time. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of time. Get it taught right while you have the time. If you're doing a simple pursuit drill, all right, I've shown this one to people before in webinars or online. We do a simple pursuit drill where we put 5 cones 5 yards apart on each side of the field. All right, we've got 5 cones 5 yards apart. They should be matching. Sorry if my drawing on the board is not matching. All right, and then we have 5 players that are in front of us. All right, and each player, so we've got 5 players in front of us here, and we've got a coach that's in front of them. So we've got to set this drill up first. Teach it the way we want to teach it. Make sure they understand. They're going to get their feet going. When I say get your feet going, you're going to get your feet going. When I blow the whistle, you're going to do an up-down. You're going to do a grass drill. Hit it up, whatever you want to call it. All right, you're going to get your chest down to the ground, pop up. First time we do it, we tell them, you're running, okay, you're running to your right. So this first guy's got the first cone, and we need him to finish on the high side, right side. So we tell the kids, if you're running to the right, finish on the right so you don't take an improper angle to the ball, because that's all we're working on is pursuit angles. So obviously when you're going this way, those are the arrows, those are the cones. Make sure we finish at the right cone. Make sure we finish on the right side of the cone. When they get there, make sure that they are in some type of, as we progress through this drill, we'll end up putting a shield or a dummy, a flat dummy here. And then as they get there, they will then have to shimmy near foot, near shoulder, the length of that dummy, and be ready to be in a breakdown position to make a tackle. If everybody's not like that, they return and we do the drill again. If somebody goes to the wrong cone, we return and do the drill again. But don't get out there and expect this drill to go the right way. Now if we go this way, all right, that's your cone, that's your cone. You're running to your left, so finish on the left side of the cone. Okay, you got a coach that's over here. You got a coach that's over here. And you are working on making sure that they are sprinting to the cone, no lows. Finishing on the proper side of the cone. If there's a bag down near foot, near shoulder, it's got to be the right near foot, near shoulder. Coach is watching all that, making sure everything is good. Breaks them down. Now, when we break them down, last year we couldn't because of COVID, but in a normal world, when we break them down, all the players then come into the middle. So you got 5 players right here. They break it down. Hey, team on 3, team on me. 1, 2, 3, team. They run behind the drill and get back in line. These players, when they're done, hey, win on 3, win on me. 1, 2, 3, win. They jog it back here and they get in line. You have to teach all those things in your drills. You have to show them exactly how you want the drill done and how you want it done and exactly the speed, the tempo, what you're trying to do to get the drill done right, so that when you coach it, you can't just start yelling in the middle of it and yelling at kids that you never taught the drill to. I've seen it too many times in my career. Been coaching for 24 years. Coaches do drills and they don't put the emphasis on teaching the drill first correctly, and then when the drill's not run the way they want it, they lose, all right, time, effort, and energy yelling about the drill not being the way they want it to be. If you were doing some type of ice tackling drill, all right, so let's say you were doing some type of ice tackling drill. Let's just say, for argument's sake, there's a million different ways to do it, okay? But let's say we've got a cone in the middle, all right, and we've got a defender and a defender on this side of the cone, and let's say we have a running back on this side of the cone, all right? We're going to put 2 cones about or at least one cone 5 yards from them, one cone 5 yards from them. Okay? We're going to make these DBs sprint to this cone. Okay? And then they're going to have to, as soon as they sprint to that cone, they're going to put the foot in the ground and come back. Foot in the ground and come back. This running back is going to come to this cone, and now he's going to turn and run. Normally, we will have lanes, so the running back can't go outside of any of these lanes. So now, when those DBs sprint, so I'm facing this way, I sprint to this cone, put a foot in the ground, come back. Now when I come back, the two DBs are working to vice tackle the ball. They're working to leverage the ball, keep it on their inside pad. So now we got to get them to understand this running back that's doing the drill. It's important. He's got to sprint 5 yards. When he turns and runs, he's got to stay between the alleyway that we're talking about. This isn't about the running back making 65 moves going left and right. It's about us learning how to sprint, redirect, close the distance. All right, close the distance. So this now becomes a 10-yard distance between them. All right, sprint 5 turn, sprint 5 turn, sprint 5. Now it's 10 yards. So those DBs, when they put a foot in the ground, they've got to burst out, close the distance before we start to work the shimmy near foot, near shoulder. Start to teach them how that running back had better end up. All right, me near foot, near shoulder, me near foot, near shoulder. So if we're doing a vice tackling drill, we've got to teach the drill exactly how we want it done so that they understand how to do it. We can't set up the drill, tell them what they're doing, and then when the drill is messed up, come back and say, oh, you guys don't know what you're doing, what the heck's going on. Use the off-season to teach each drill that you're doing first. Teach it the way you want it to be taught. Teach it the way exactly so that it runs smoothly, so that as a coach you don't get all upset or you don't get bent out of shape or you don't get thrown off the premise of your practice because a drill didn't go the right way. All right? Even when you start to get into team stuff or skeleton or whatever it's going to be, teach the scout group, okay? Get guys in a scout huddle, however you want to do it. Get a coach with the book and show those guys, hey, look guys, here's what we're going to do on a scout team. All right, you're going to be behind me. I'm going to hold the book up. Can everybody see the book? All right, talk about it. Say, all right, look, you're blue, you're red, you're green, however you do your scout cards, all right? You're black, okay, and you're yellow, however you do your scout cards. Understand that. Don't change positions. That's the position you're playing. 5 offensive linemen, don't change sides. Just line up and play offensive line. So that now when they come out, you hold a card up. They're all behind you where they belong. Does everybody see the card? Yes, sir. All right. Everybody know what they're doing. Blue, red, green, yellow. You know what we got. All right. Quarterback. You know what we got. Yes, sir. All right. That plays on 1. Ready? Break. Break the huddle and go. Teach how you teach your scout team. Teach everything that you do. If we do a special teams drill, all right, which obviously right now in what we're doing 7-on-7, we're not going to be doing special teams drills. But while we're talking about drills, if we've got a kickoff drill that we like to do, that starts with a player here, all right, and then it starts with another player that is here, all right, and then a player that is here holding a bag, and then it starts with a ball carrier back here. And we are going to do a kickoff drill, and we're going to explain, all right, that the first 10-yard sprint, full speed in that speed zone. That first guy, we're going to stay in that first guy facing, all right, the player that's running down the field. When that whistle blows and that guy starts to sprint, we're going to give that kid a direction, and he's going to turn. We're going to make sure that this guy misses tight, and we're going to make sure that he misses on his butt side. Okay, don't miss on his front side. That's the way he's trying to block you. So on that first level in the speed zone, when you're trying to avoid, you miss butt side. Okay, then we're going to sprint, and when we get to the bag, we're going to tell him, all right, 10 or less, butt and press. So as soon as he gets inside of 10 yards to that ball carrier, we can't go around blocks anymore. We've now got to butt this and press it. So there's going to be a guy holding the hand shield. So we're going to go full speed, get off, all right? Full speed, speed zone. Turn, whichever way he turns, I'm going to avoid dip and rip. I'm going to avoid butt side. I've seen people on the dip and rip here put a towel on the ground, tennis ball, something that makes the kids dip and get low that they got to try and grab and pick up. We get to the bag, 10 or less, button press. Now we've got to teach this ball carrier when and where. So normally a coach, I would stand behind him. I would tell him which direction he's running, but I'd stand behind him with my hand on the back of his jersey. When I want him to go, I'll let go. Because if he goes too late or too early, it ruins the drill. So we've got to time it up so that if he goes this way or this way, now on the button press, I've got to block the struck, button press the bag, get off, and now sprint, close the distance, near foot, near shoulder. if you don't explain this drill, okay, if you don't go through it and teach it early in camp, if the first time you do the drill, if you don't teach all the essential qualities, including the scout team players, anybody else, if you don't teach them exactly how the drill should work, you're going to run the drill, they're going to screw it up, and then you're going to get all mad, you're going to blow the whistle and stop. Some guys will stop and make them do up downs, or stop and make them run sprints. Something's going to happen because you have ineffectively taught the drill. Now that we're in the off season, teach the drills the way you want them. Don't get so excited to be back on the field. All right, we're doing some 7-on-7 stuff right now, 2 days a week, and then April 26th we start spring ball. Don't be so excited with all the off-season clinics and things and all the knowledge you got in your head. Don't be so excited, practice number 1, to go out there and give them all that knowledge. Go out there and teach them how to do drills. Teach your coaches how you want them to do drills. If you have any managers or help, how do you want them to do drills? If you have somebody filming, what do you want filmed? Teach all those little things in the off-season when it's legal for you to do so and you are allowed to do so. Teach all those things so that when camp, season, spring, when that comes around, you're just ready to get into your drills and you're ready to roll. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do. There's nothing worse in the world than a bad drill, doesn't go the way you want it, wasted time and energy, coaches get upset, we all hate it. All right, hopefully that helps you guys out a little bit in the off season with how to teach some of your drills. Those are only 3 or 4 drills that came to the top of my head that we do that we would have to teach. Remember to turn on your notifications if you're already subscribed. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Live videos, no edit. Thumbs up, thumbs down. If you like the content, don't like the content, won't hurt my feelings with a thumbs down. Lets me know what we need to do, how we need to do it. And as always, comment. Any comment I see on my side. If it's a legitimate comment about the video, I get back to you. If it's a comment about how to hack Instagram, or if it's a comment about some other website you want people to go to, that's not what the comment section is for. I will just ignore you or eventually find a way to block you, but it's really a waste of time and energy, so I don't concentrate on it too much. I just focus on the people that I want to focus on. Always try to get back to you. If you have a comment on a video that you'd like to see me do, leave the comment. I'll try and do it to the best of my ability. If you're playing football right now, God bless, stay safe, have some success. All right, if you're getting ready to play in the spring, keep working hard. Everybody's out there working, trying to outwork somebody because you know everybody's working. All right, stay safe, do all the things that we need to do. All right, I appreciate everything you guys do for me with Play Fast Football. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time. But remember, you won't play well until you play fast.